Tonight on Q2, a downtown shutdown.
Business in downtown Billings is thriving from all points of view of the DBA.
The popular Buffalo Block is preparing to close, but we'll explain why city leaders see it as an opportunity for further growth. Plus, on a mission to make a difference.
It's a good, warm, peaceful, enjoyable place to be.
One man has a ministry with a purpose and a vision for the youth. We'll explain. And from the Magic City to the Music City.
It's really, really inspiring to perform with people who have already gone off to college, people that are still in high school, people that are even in graduate school.
It's time to tune in. The Montana Youth Symphony converges on Billings, and it's hitting all of the right notes. The MTN 10 o'clock news starts right now.
From Montana's news leader, this is the MTN 10 o'clock news.
Good evening, and thanks for joining us on this Thursday night. I'm David J. It's the end of an era for a downtown Billings restaurant. The Buffalo Block Prime Steakhouse, located in the former home of the historic Rex, is closing its doors for good on August 30th. The closure is just one of several the area has experienced in recent years, but the Downtown Billings Association is as confident as ever in a vibrant downtown experience. Q2's Matt Carmack explains why.
From Wild Ginger to the Sassy Biscuit, and now Buffalo Block.
Just one thing kind of after another.
Several restaurants in downtown Billings have closed since the pandemic, with the famous Prime Steakhouse, Buffalo Block, now being the newest casualty.
I always thought it would be nice to have a good, really top-end steakhouse in Billings.
The restaurant opened in 2019 by the Larson family, who says they were inspired by the atmosphere and aesthetic of downtown Billings.
It was a little bit bigger of a project than we thought. When we did it first class. It's a lot of wood in there. We want it to be first class.
But now, due to financial reasons, the restaurant will be closing its doors on August 30th. So with restaurants like Buffalo Block, Bin 119, and Uber Brew, what does this mean for the rest of downtown Billings?
When people see a business closing, which is always an unfortunate story to hear, it might raise some concerns, but we have no concerns from our point of view down here. Business is thriving.
Well, Katie Schreiner, the CEO of the Downtown Billings Association, says it's doing better than ever before. Since 2020, downtown Billings averages an additional 25 to 30 new businesses each year.
I expect right on the tails of this disappointing news, we're going to have good news about new businesses and restaurants opening up soon.
Katie says although it seems like lots of restaurants are closing their doors, downtown Billings is only growing. In fact, just this year alone, the area has gained over 12 new businesses.
Business in downtown Billings is thriving from all points of view of the DBA.
As far as what will be taking over the Buffalo Block, that's still up in the air.
We haven't really decided what we're going to do yet, whether we'll try to lease it out, another restaurant come in, want to lease it, or if we want to put it into offices. We just don't know yet.
But Katie says it likely won't take long for a new interested party to take over the famous Rex.
I fully anticipate that somebody else is going to see the beauty of that historic building and see an opportunity to open up something else.
In Billings, Matt Carmack, MTN News.
A 16-year-old boy has been arrested after allegedly making shooting plans against a school and a church. Billings police received a call this morning about 7:30 to the 3200 block of Rosebud Drive for a suspicious call. Once arriving on scene, officers and detectives were able to locate the teen and determine that the threats were credible. It is not clear which school and which church were the targets of the threats, but police do say both are in the Billings area. The 16-year-old suspect is facing a possible charge of felony intimidation and is being held at youth services. A normal afternoon quickly turned frightening for a Billings mother, and now she's sending a warning to all parents. Amber Young's son was riding his bike in the neighborhood when he says a van approached with a man inside he did not know. The boy ran inside, but the scene sent fear into his mother, thinking how differently it could have turned out. Q2's Hannah Pettiferi has more on this scary situation.
Mason Shelton is just like any other 9-year-old, riding his bike right outside the house.
Mason, my son, had asked if he could go outside, ride his bike, play around. Said, sure, not a problem.
But what happened Wednesday afternoon had this Billings mom frantic. That's because a man asked her son for help and was in their driveway asking Mason for directions.
That I could show him where the poor Pioneer Park is.
At the time, his mom, Amber Young, was waiting for groceries to be delivered.
I saw her white vehicle and then some random dark blue van with an unknown guy and my son standing next to it.
When she saw her son, she sprang into action.
I went to go get my shoes so I can go talk to this guy. By the time I got my shoes and got outside, the guy had sped around the corner down at the end of my hill here.
Amber then began asking her son all kinds of questions.
Who is this guy? Is it a friend of Dad? Is it a neighbor?
She says she started thinking about what could have happened.
It immediately put me in that mindset of, oh my gosh, someone's trying to take my child. Like, what if they did take him? What if they tried to force him in the vehicle? Where would my child be?
She called the police to let them know what happened and then reminded her son why he needs to be careful with strangers.
As much as you want to help and be a nice person, it can go south really easily.
Now the mother taking an extra step for safety.
So we're going to get a security system.
And expressing gratitude that it didn't turn out differently.
He's safe, unharmed, but this was a very scary situation. But this could have gone a very different direction, easily.
In Billings, Hannah Pettiferry, MTN News.
There's just a few hours left until strong new tariffs kick in for trading partners around the world. But before that clock runs out, President Trump has announced a 90-day pause on higher tariffs for Mexico to allow negotiations to continue. However, other trading partners who have not reached an agreement will see increased taxes kick in tomorrow.
The rest of those countries that either do not have a deal or have a letter, they will be hearing from this administration by the midnight deadline tonight. So yes, tomorrow, August 1st, the reciprocal rates will be going into effect.
The president also says Canada's recent plans to recognize Palestinian statehood could threaten trade talks between the two countries. The White House says that rewards Hamas, which still holds Israeli hostages. However, the administration does acknowledge Israel's reluctance to allow critical food into Gaza and hopes to fix the dire situation. Severe storms continue to cross Montana this evening, with the funnel cloud and land spout spotted in Marr County. The funnel cloud was spotted around 5:45 this evening, prompting a tornado warning for Broadwater and Marr counties. This is a photo of the land spout just east of Townsend, and you can see it is blowing up dust and dirt. It is unclear if any damage has been reported from this system. For the very latest on the weather right now, here's meteorologist Jason Stiff. Jason?
Yes, very active weather for the Treasure State on this Thursday evening. We still have more active weather for northwestern and north central parts of the state, but also for northern Wyoming and eastern Montana, with more strong thunderstorms that are brewing, especially south of Sheridan. We have them just to the south of Story, pushing into Sheridan County right now, and we're going to have more active weather the next hour or so. Then we had just a little bit further to the north, more showers extending into Powder River County. One thunderstorm right over Ashland right now, another one just to the southwest of Lame Deer, over parts of Rosebud County and Bighorn County. Then we head further to the north. Most of the thunderstorms have ended, but there were such slow-moving storms. We have a flash flood warning out south of Fort Peck. Our forecast coming up.
The old-fashioned practice of people helping people is on display on the Northern Cheyenne Reservation. It's all part of an effort to build a man's vision for his church, which includes a lodge that was constructed over several years with the combined time, talents, and skills of church members. It's a project that has one neighborhood grateful. Circle of Life Lutheran Church in Muddy Cluster, 5 miles from Lame Deer on the Northern Cheyenne Indian Reservation, hosted Vacation Bible School.
Youth is a big area of where we wanted to focus.
For Pastor Dennis Bauer, that was part of his inspiration for building a lodge with 1,800 square feet on the first floor and sleeping quarters above on the 28-foot high loft.
I was the major general contractor. I don't have any training in that. I'm trained theologically, but I have a great interest in it, so I studied it out.
The lodge has been important for the Bible school as well as the church, and this whole plot of land with its refuge has been a big part and a focal point for the community.
So it gives all the little kids here in the Muddy Cluster community something to do, and for families to come together and go up there.
Delory Deputy runs a daycare in Muddy Cluster and sent 8 kids to Bible school this week. Some of her neighbors say the lodge has hosted anniversary and birthday parties as well. And on this night, everyone in Muddy Cluster has been invited to a dinner celebrating the week of community spirit and Bible school.
We're here to celebrate the Lord, but also to celebrate the fact that He's brought us together.
Jonathan Bull is the Operations and Outreach Director for Trinity Lutheran Church in Billings, a sister congregation to Circle of Life. Members at Bull's church made the 100-mile trek to Muddy Cluster, some with expertise, during the 8 years it took to build the lodge.
But likewise, it's been a blessing to us because they're doing something that is bigger than themselves. And we get to see how God comes along and just makes it happen.
Pastor Bauer bought a sawmilling machine, and the tribe gave him permission to take burned logs on the reservation.
It is one of those settings. They didn't build log lodges, but it seems to be received real well. And everybody who uses the lodge likes the atmosphere.
And the thing that I like about it is that they share Christ, Jesus Christ.
And they all say it's important to have a place that allows them to come together as neighbors and a community.
It's not just a building, but it really is a home for all of these beautiful things to happen with it.